Hello, I'm Charlene Stevens. Welcome to Council Update. Today we're going to talk about the 2018 to 2022 Capital Improvement Plan. Joining me is Mayor Myron Bailey. Mayor, one of the things that we do is some long-term capital improvement plan. We call it our CIP for short. And the City Council in January adopted our 2018 to 2022 Capital Improvement Plan. And maybe we want to talk about kind of the areas we focus on in some of our projects.
Absolutely. So basically what we do is we cover all the different pieces of the city, infrastructure, parks, public improvement kind of projects, a variety of different things. And I would tell you that the capital improvement plan basically starts with things that are more specific, which we'll talk about here in a second. That's going to happen maybe in the next year or so. And then there's things that are out farther on the capital improvement plans that are things that maybe we'd like, but the money isn't there.
Or we haven't necessarily come up with the actual design and plan. So
Absolutely.
As you get farther out into the plan in those 2021, 2022 years, it's a little fuzzier.
Absolutely.
But for 2018, we do have some projects that are going to be done.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of cover a few of those if the public would like that. So at the January 17th meeting, we did include $14.4 million worth of projects. And one of the big ones that I want to mention about is one is the Hero Center, which we did get $1 million, or we're working, I think, to get $1 million from the state to complete the planning of this particular project. And this is would be like a public safety training facility that would be located next to the city of Cottage Grove, the current offices, and it would have a gun range in there, which I know a lot of people are pretty excited about. And this is being done jointly between the cities of Cottage Grove and the city of Woodbury. And so we've been working together now for quite a few years on getting this particular project done. We did get some initial funding from the state back in 2014, and part of that funding assumes kind of a 50-50 deal, where the goal would be the cities will put together 50% of the cost of this facility, and then the other one would be 50% coming from the state.
Right, and that's because we believe that this will serve a regional need, not just the needs of Cottage Grove and Woodbury. And so we think, we're asking the state to share in that cost because it'll serve departments in public safety departments in Ramsey County, Washington County, Dakota County. It has the potential to do that. And
we've had a lot of those particular agencies reach out to us for that particular reason, as they want to, and they know the need that's there. They've got it in their cities too. So we kind of ran with it. Woodbury joined us, which I thought was pretty cool. And that total project cost is $16 million. So it is a big chunk of change. But again, it's important to know that that's something that we're trying to do collectively together with the help of the state.
And another area that we focus on is our parks. We do a lot of, one of our goals is to be a recreation destination. So we do put investment and reinvestment into our parks.
Absolutely. Some of the things that we do is everything from what I'll call landscape initiatives, where you're seeing, streetscaping type of things that are happening around town. Maybe it's trees and bushes, things along the boulevards and that. So one of the areas that we're looking at is we got a plan for about $60,000 worth of public landscape initiatives, and it kind of split between Hadley Avenue and 100th to 90th Street. And then also Settlers Island. A lot of people may have heard about Settlers Island. It is an island down in the Gray Cloud Island area of Cottage Grove that the city was able to get. And so our goal is to try to create better access to that island, and so we're going to spend a little bit of money on that. Hamlet Park, we have a skate park down there. And very popular skate park, and it needs some work. And so we are going to spend approximately $10,000 to upgrade that particular skate park. And then we got ball fields. We got a variety of ball fields. Cottage Grove, we've got Gray Cloud ball fields, which is basically the softball fields over there. There's some need for fencing, and I know we're doing some joint things with the Athletic Association. So we're going to do some softball field improvements, which I think will help, as we're being told, bringing tournaments to town and such. We're doing something new called a fitness trail construction, which is something new out there you're going to be hearing a lot about. That's about $50,000, and then we're going to be replacing play equipment in both Pine Glen and Old Cottage Grove parks. And then, Oakwood Park, I did want to mention real quick, we are going to be doing some realigning of the parking lot entrance, regrading the parking lot and that for what's pending development that might be happening in front of the park over there, along with the reuse or rebuilding out, or if you want to call it the old Ruby Tuesdays. So we're going to redo some stuff in there that actually make that park a lot more functional too.
All right, and then we've got some projects also with our stormwater and water meter replacement and a well that maybe we want to touch on as well.
Yes, so real quick, I'll just mention that we are continuing with our water meter replacement project. We're going to be spending about little over 400,000, and basically we're replacing all the water meters which are over 20 years old. So we're kind of working that through the city, and this has been an ongoing thing for the last few years.
So we did that last fall. We started that last fall, winter, so we did some of those. We'll continue. So residents who have those water meters get notified by us, and we come in and replace that water meter.
And then real quick, I'll tell you that we also have, we're putting in a new well. It's up in the, off of 65th and Hinton, kind of in that area. It's a little bit further. IDL, I guess, is closer. And that is $2.1 million. So it's an expensive well. This well has been tested, though. It doesn't have the PSC issue in the water, so it'll actually help us from both our growth standpoint, but also a blending of water to make sure our water is safe to drink.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll continue to do a few additional projects in our street improvements. Is always in there, our seal coating. And then we also do some work on bridges and stormwater and other maintenance projects as well. But that's part of our capital improvement plan. We do it every year, and we add to it, and we plan about 5 years out. So for more information, contact the City Finance Director, Robin Rowland. Thank you, Mayor Bailey.
Thank you.